Hello, how's everybody doing? Going live here again. This could be a super long video, but I'm going to try and really keep this very short and just include quite a few links. There is a ton to talk about. Number one is killing employment at will. That's not a good thing generally for any employer employee, but it appears that the Minnesota Supreme Court has just issued a decision that essentially kills their at-will employment legislation there. So I'll include a link to that. That's a big deal. At-will employment is when you as an employee or you as an employer can end the employment relationship for any time, with or without reason, with or without notice. With or without cause. That's what enables people to say, I've had it, I'm out of here, I quit. Or what enables employers to say, you know what, this isn't working out, gather up your stuff, there's the door. In either case, it's not a great experience, but sometimes it's a nice thing to have on both sides. You know, when you've just had enough and you figure out a place isn't the right place for you to be. When the job is not the right place for you to be. The other thing here is that wonderful overtime rule from the Department of Labor. That's back in the news because the DOL has actually filed an appeals notice in the overtime lawsuit there in that Texas court. I don't know, about this time last year, Texas judge put a TRO on the whole thing, and then actually back in August, I think it was, the federal judge in Texas, and I'm reading a couple of things real quick here, but the federal judge in Texas actually made a summary judgment saying that those new DOL, Department of Labor, U.S. Department of Labor rules for the overtime increase on the salary level there were a no-go. But again, we knew that was still going to be revisited, and it is, and now the appeal's been filed, so that's something to keep watching. Also, Illinois is just going nuts right now with a lot of things. Number one is the illegal meats. I don't know how many employers know this. There are many industries within Illinois and across the U.S. that are rife with non-compete agreements. I make no secret about the fact that I am not a fan of those. Our company does not use them. I would be hard-pressed to think of a time that we ever would. I think that those set the wrong tone. They're ineffective at best and essentially cost both the employer and, employer ex-employee simply nothing but a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of heartache. They're just not, in many, many cases, are just not worth it. Maybe some extreme cases, but by and large, just not worth it. And of course, our Illinois governor actually signed into law legislation, the Illinois Freedom to Work Act, that went into effect, that actually non-competes with people earning less than $13 per hour, 13 per hour here in Illinois, are illegal and void. And you can expect to see a lot of aggressive pursuit with regard to those. And then also, like many other states, Illinois did have legislation going through on banning employers' ability to use prior salary history. And there's a little video earlier, maybe last week, that I did on that. I'm also of the opinion that that's actually a ridiculous way to recruit. Employers know what their budgets are to fill a particular position. If you recruit to your budget and to your job descriptions at every level, all the way from support on up to key role, you will target the exact candidates you need who are within your budget parameters. It's incredibly efficient to work that way with regard to your recruiting. And you'll save a lot of time, you'll save a lot of money. Again, as an employer, you'll save a lot of heartache. But that aside, Rauner actually vetoed the bill that was in under. I'm going to go down here and see if I can find that. Yeah, that was House Bill HB 2462. However, the Illinois House and Senate, let's see, Illinois. I'm trying to find where I saw, and I'll include a link to the articles on here. Yeah, the bill actually received 35 votes in favor to get it to Rauner's desk, our governor, Governor Rauner. To achieve an override of his veto, they only need 36 votes. It may be extremely easy for them to get that one vote. They need to override his veto on that. So that's something that we may actually keep a very, very, very close eye on. Because again, we want to make sure that we're compliant. I'm already up again to 5.5 minutes on this. I'm going to end it right there. I'm going to include several links to some of these articles, and I will be talking with all of you on any topic along this list you want to engage, and maybe go into a few of these a little bit more in depth on a one-on-one, one at a time video later on, perhaps tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, as the week progresses. I will talk with you all later. Have a great afternoon.